CBS News political director John Dickerson is with us. John, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie.
Is this a burgeoning cover-up, or is it at the same time simply a political thing to try to get at the Hillary Clinton campaign that might happen in 2016?
Both. So it's both. I mean, on the one hand, we had last week the most incendiary part of this was these 12 emails, the rewriting of the talking points. And that looks like a cover-up, as John McCain called it. But let's not go too far with that language. It looks right now like the sort of normal ass covering that happens in a bureaucratic back and forth. It may grow to be more, but that kind of day-to-day bureaucratic protecting of turf is different than a highly orchestrated by Hillary Clinton approach, which is what some of her partisan detractors have suggested. So that's the big distinction here.
No smoking gun yet.
Not yet, but there is more smoke now than there was the week before, and so that gives people a thread to follow.
But I think there are some legitimate questions about why, in a review, Ambassador Pickering admits he never interviewed Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, nor her top two deputies. I mean, this was something that happened 8 weeks before an election. Was there politics involved?
Of course there was politics involved, but the question is, where did it stop? Which is to say that in a bureaucratic position, all up and down the line, particularly the people who are doing talking points, this is separate and different from the question of the policy response to the attack. And that there are lots of legitimate questions in that venue. But as far as the talking points are concerned, you've got people who have politics in their bones in responding to this. And it's not just presidential politics. It's politics in the relationship between the CIA and the State Department, and who's going to get blamed for what everybody agrees was a total foul-up.
And then the IRS probe. I mean, wow, the White House is under fire on two fronts this morning, not just Benghazi, but the IRS probe. Not only now we're learning it just went beyond people Tea Party, but also they were focusing on criticisms of groups of how the country is being run.
Right. I mean, and also now that we know that it was going on for so long, anybody looking at this would say, wait, this was going on this long and somebody didn't know about it at another level. I mean, there's a big problem here. And also conservatives for a long time have said more broadly on federal legislation and regulations, they've said, you know, you put things in place and the bureaucrats will take over and they will have a mind of their own. And this totally ratifies that you had people here going off doing their own thing, and that's another dangerous part of this.
What's the next step on this?
On the IRS?
Yes.
Well, the continuing investigations, and also there has to be something more from the president, who came into office saying that I'm going to change the relationship between people and their government. And this is an instance in which the government is screwing the people.
John Dickerson, thank you.